jingle bells, jingle all the way. You're supposed to join in. You're supposed to,
Nope.
this is a duo.
No, and in
We're
fact, I'm going to even remove me from the screen. It'll just be you that was just singing that all by. That's how it's just going to start, as you just singing by yourself. Like, what the
lucky
hell is happening?
me.
Yeah. Uh, I instead want to talk about gift card scams. And the
Bah.
reason I want to talk about this is there's a brand new indictment that just came out where there was like this ring of criminals that were busted who had stolen millions of dollars in gift cards. And I've actually done several segments through the years. In fact, I did one, I don't know, a little while back where I had found a vulnerability in Nordstrom and I could take over every single gift card that Nordstrom ever made. I had access to, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you
What?
can go watch that on YouTube if you're ever bored.
I will.
But
I will.
yeah, but for this one, they so gift cards. The big problem used to be they would have them all up on the little stands. You could walk into grocery stores or wherever, and you could see all the gift cards on there, and you could take them off the shelf. And on the back, you could scratch off that the little lotto ticket chunk,
Protector.
and then it would
Yes.
show you the
Yes.
PIN number. And so criminals would just walk in, scratch them off, write down the PIN numbers or take a picture of them, go home, wait till the cards were activated. They would then have the card ID and PIN number, and they would just go out and use them. And that was a pretty big deal. Well, then obviously all the companies that make gift cards caught on to this and went, wow, we got to do something different. So they changed their packaging and they started putting the gift cards inside of a package that's closed in all the way around. So now you can feel confident that if you bought one, if it's in a closed package, it's all good. It was working fantastically right up until criminals realized, well, it's just cardboard packaging. That's not that big of a deal. So what criminals have been doing now, and they've actually you can watch videotape on this from the Target parking lot when they were busting a guy because he had hundreds falling out of his jacket as he was being busted. Criminals go in, they're scooping them off the racks in the big, chunks, pocketing them, not buying them, just putting them in their pocket, going home. Then they're taking a razor blade, they're cutting them open so that it's like they said, it's like surgically opening them, taking them out, taking a picture of the ID, getting the information, putting them back in, sealing them back up, taking them back to the store and putting them on the rack. So now when unsuspecting people go in and buy them, there's no reason for them to think they were tampered with. They put money on them. They put them in a card, they mail them to their friend or take them and give them to their friend. Their friend then uses it 2 weeks or a month later, and there's nothing on the card because they've long since been used by the criminals. And so this is actively happening right now, and it is a super huge deal. And so I just wanted people to know that gift cards are a gigantic risk. And to me, the only way you can feel confident about a gift card is if you buy it online. If you go into a store and it's on one of those Wallow gift cards, you have no way of knowing if it's been tampered with. You have no way of knowing if criminals have it. It's just right now, it's, if you're looking to buy something for somebody for the holidays, you still got some time. Buy it online. Buy them online, have them shipped home because it's coming straight from the manufacturer, straight to you. You then give it straight to them. You're eliminating any chance for criminals getting their hands on them. You can no longer, I used to say, make sure it hasn't been tampered with. You're not gonna be able to tell anymore. You just won't know. Also, make sure if you do buy them on the rack and you give it to a friend, tell the friend, look, if it doesn't work, let me know. You can go back to any one of the stores where you buy them from and say, hey, this card didn't have any money on it. Most of the time people like the friend will never tell you. You go to the friend, it doesn't work with the friend, and the friend goes, that was weird. And they just never say another word. Follow
Right.
back up, make sure it was good. If it wasn't, return it to the store.
Right. And that's why it's important also to keep your receipt too, because if the store does require a receipt or that little activation code, you have it. So hold on to it. I know it's awkward, right? When you get a gift card and it doesn't work and you think like, because it's they're like, no big deal. The friend, whatever. But no, that's money that is gone, essentially that your friend spent. So yeah, absolutely. I also want to talk about, speaking of gift cards, unless you have anything else to add about that, but you mentioned sending them in the mail. We're talking about manual, low level fraud here, which is the manual part is, they're actually going and they're taking the gift cards out of the cardboard, like you mentioned. Okay, but they're also still stealing mail. Mail is still being sent. Christmas gifts, Christmas looking packages, those are still high targets when it comes to fraudsters that are going to commit mail theft. So limiting money, gift cards that you're sending through the mail is also something to consider when you're sending those sort of things. Electronic, send them via email.
It's such a good point. It's such a good point because I live in San Diego, and in San Diego, they started removing mailboxes in high crime areas because they found the mailboxes were just being pilfered. I mean, they were just being emptied out. And so criminals know right now people are sending gift cards, they're sending gifts, they're sending things, money in the mail. If you're going to send something out, do not just drop it in a blue mailbox that's on a corner or on a street somewhere. Either give it directly to your mailman, or go to the post office and mail it there. Now, it still doesn't guarantee it'll get to them because people have stuff stolen out of their mailboxes themselves. But the big old blue mailbox that's on the corner somewhere, do not trust those. They are vulnerable, and criminals are targeting them at a rapid pace.
Yeah, you think I've seen those videos actually during my law enforcement training days. They take the water bottle of these, and they take a water bottle and put a sticky substance on the outside and go fishing essentially in these blue standalone mailboxes because they could get in there. And I know the combat to that is some of them have had a smaller slot that you can actually put it through. But I mean, the lengths criminals will go to steal your mail because they know it's valuable. You're not sending out junk. You might be receiving junk mail, but you're sending out valuable things that's going to have gift cards or payment information, a check, any of that. They want it. They want it all. So great tips.
It's sad that this is the level we're at right now during the holidays, but take a couple extra minutes and you at least can protect yourself a little from these types of scams.
Absolutely. All right, Jim. Thanks as always.
Yeah, you bet. Hey everyone, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, go ahead and just fill them out in the comments. I read every comment that's posted, and I'll be happy to either make a video answering your questions, or I might just message you directly to get you the information you need. Have a great day.